how to use what you have to build something big, build something world class. One of the most common questions I get from small business owners, entrepreneurs, is how to build something bigger than what they see in front of themselves. Everything that we see in the marketplace is a brand. You're a brand, even. The way you perceive something is a reflection of how that thing is branded, how that individual is branded. So, in order to change your own opportunities and change your business and so on, your organizations, you have to change the way you brand it and the way that the public perceives it. The quickest way we can do that is to start reflecting on what do we have in front of us and how do we make it better. Okay, so when I work with entrepreneurs, I try to work with them on, okay, what are you trying to sell? What are you trying to, is it a product, is it a service? Do you sell your own service as a personal brand, and so on? And we look at all those things and we maximize what's there already. That's the quickest way to work on the brand. So today I want to be talking about branding, how to build your own brand. If you have questions out there, reach out to me. There's I'll see all your chats here. I'm live streaming to different platforms right now. So I'll be able to answer your questions here on this live chat about, building your brand and making it world class. When I first got into entrepreneurship, 11 years ago now, right when I started my first business that never really made it anywhere, I was already working towards a personal brand. I was already building that side of my other business. You see, I feel like for most people out there, if you want to get somewhere quicker, you have to really work on that personal brand, especially the personal brand. Everyone's personal brand will be with them from right now until they're no longer here. That's your personal brand, how people perceive you. So to build that personal brand, we have to start looking at what's on Facebook, what's on your Instagram, what's on everything else that you do online. Everyone should have a website. Every person should build a website, your first name, last name.com, if possible. So if you're serious about this stuff, I definitely would love to answer any questions that you have. Good morning. Good morning. And do my best to try to help you along in that journey, because my whole journey has been building brands. My whole journey has been building my own brands and trying to help other people build their brands. So if you have those questions and you need some help, now is the time to do it, because I'm going to be sharing more stories as well with other people and the things that we've helped them do. Okay, so I guess one of the things I'll talk about really quickly here while we're taking questions is the reason the personal brand is so important is because where you're at right now in your life, your career, if you have a business, if you're a leader and so on, that does not mean that you are going to be doing that for the rest of your life, okay? There's a good chance you're going to go into a different position. You might start a different organization, a different business. You might go this path, that path, and so on. But your personal brand will go with you every path that you choose to take with your life. So personal brand to me is one of the most important things that you should start building right away, especially if you're looking for more opportunities. You want to go from where you are to where you want to be. Start working on that personal brand, because that's how people perceive you. And the way people perceive you determines how many opportunities you're going to get with your life, your career, your business. Okay? So again, we talked about that really quickly. It's about how you're presenting yourself on social media. It's more of a reflection of how you are as an individual. And everyone should have a website if you can, a first name, last name.com. And you should start building that website, start building your Facebook and so on. Make it as professional as possible. Get a friend, get a family member, whoever has a nice camera, do a nice photo shoot for you. Put your pictures online. Use that as your main thing. Make a cover image for your Facebook, your LinkedIn, and so on. And just make it as professional as possible. Put things out there that you would put out there if someone who is giving you opportunity might like to see. And sometimes we have to kind of hold ourselves back. I know myself, there's so many things that I laugh at online and I want to post, but I can't because I have a personal brand I've been building. And from watching people online, one post can really derail someone's career. So I try to be as how can I say that, as proficient as possible at watching what I post online. Although, I really want to laugh at some of these posts and share them, I just can't, because that's the brand I built for myself. So you need to start thinking about that too. Wherever it is that you want to go with your life, your career, your business, the personal brand is extremely, extremely important. Okay. Um, when I got into speaking, for example, right? Like everything from the selling t-shirt days, the whole branding shifted to now becoming a speaker, helping people in leadership, helping people build their brands and so on. So everything shifted from all those different places I was going on. Every path I decided to change, I decided to change the branding behind myself. And same thing that can happen to you. Whatever path that you decide to go with, your life, your career, your business, and so on, your personal brand can be adapted to where it is that you're going. All right, we got a question. Do you have a personal Facebook as well to share with your family, or do you just keep the business related? Good question, Michelle. So I have a personal Facebook page that I pretty much use for both life and business. I post more to there, but I also have a public page that I do all of my live stream right now, and more of the business, the motivational stuff. I'll post things there, but I keep it more so like that. But the personal, my own timeline, my personal profile is more kind of family stuff. But I still, even there, I watch what I post. So I try to keep it as much as I can business related, because also on my personal profile, I have people that are watching me 24/7 looking to possibly give me opportunities. And one small post, one thing that might not be according to their values and so on, it might derail our whole an opportunity for ourselves. So that's how serious I take it. Everyone's different, but if you really want to take your career seriously, your business, your organization, and so on, you want to take it to another level. You have to watch how you brand yourself online. I can tell you stories upon stories about people that have said things online, or have posted things or shared things online that came back to haunt them. Even many of my own staff in the past that I've hired over the years have done similar things, where I've had to kind of confront them. I had to confront them on the workplace about something they shared, about something they talked about, and it was never a good conversation. You see, sometimes all it takes is you just kind of step outside that zone and say, "I'm not going to share this today." Although it's funny, I don't think I might offend too many people, and there's other people who think the opposite, that think, I don't care what people think, I'm just going to post, and that's okay. There's no right way of doing this. My perspective comes from, I'm trying to build a brand that's trying to take me from where I am to where I hopefully want to be one day. In order to do that, there's things where I need to focus on. There's things that I need to really watch what I post online. There's things that I should probably watch what I share online that reflects to where I want to go. See, that's according to where I want to go. So you need to think about where it is that you want to go, Michelle, to your journey and so on, and align everything with that journey. What would someone who's in that position in the future post right now in this day? Would they share that comment? Would they write that post? Would they share whatever post that is, and so on? So ask yourself this type of questions, because you want to think about already being where it is that you're trying to go. I hope that helps. Okay, I hope that helps there, Michelle. All right, now taking your questions, ladies and gentlemen. If you have any more questions, I am here to answer them, and hopefully help each other along this journey of building world class brands together. I have many clients that I'm working on these strategies, more advanced strategies about building world class brands, using what they have, and maximizing it to the world. And I'm super proud with many of these clients that I have that have been doing these things and have been building brands from nothing. And everyone has a brand. You watching this right now, there is a good chance that you have something within yourself and you haven't let the world know about it. Or maybe you're thinking, who would actually care to hear about what I have to say? Been there, okay? Who would actually want to hear my story? I've been there. It's a little negative self-talk that we all have. Once you start building your brand, once you start doing these things that we're sharing about here today, you're going to see things change for yourself over time. People will take you more seriously. Have you ever noticed that someone who is dressed very nice tends to get better service in the public? Have you ever noticed that? Or maybe you ever noticed that maybe you have worn a suit before, maybe you worn, a formal dress before, and you notice that you get treated differently in the public. It's a branding perception. It's the same thing about your life, your career. The way that people perceive you is going to determine how they treat you, the opportunities that they give you, and so on. So, hope that this is helping. If you have any questions, I'm here to answer your questions and share with you different strategies that can help you and so on. And again, at the end of the day, I would ask myself, if you were thinking about posting something or sharing something or talking about a controversial subject, how is that going to help or derail you in the future? I know many people that share a lot of controversial content all the time, and they wonder why things don't work out for themselves. They wonder why they have a hard time staying in one job. They wonder why they have a hard time getting momentum. Watch what you post. Watch what you talk about. It's the same thing with language in your home, your friends, your family, and so on. Watch what you talk about, because that determines the type of person you are and where you're going to be headed in the future. The type of conversations is very, very important. Watch for those people that are talking about the things that are all negative in the world. Watch for those people that are talking about all the controversial stuff. That's very closed-minded thinking. You have to be thinking bigger than that, okay? I'm sharing with you these things because I've been taught these things from other mentors, other coaches, and so on, and it's helped me tremendously. Watch the conversations on the up here in your circle, your friends, your family, your workplace, and especially what you post online. All right. We have some questions. You are welcome, Michelle. Awesome, awesome. What are your thoughts on engaging in political issues online? Thanks for the question. I only engage in political issues if I truly know the person, if I have a lot of knowledge of the person, and I really feel they could help better the world, right? Then I'll get engaged in it. But a lot of people have Facebook voices, behind the computer screen. You don't know who they are, and they'll say whatever they want. There's a lot of people like that, and to me, that is very. It comes off cowardly to a lot of people. So I personally wouldn't engage in every political thing out there because it would hurt my brand. People would think I'm a hypocrite. Kendall just thinks he knows I have no idea I don't know enough about politics to really engage in it. So that's my point of view. So I try to stay away from it. Business and politics usually doesn't mix too well. Let's see. Nancy, thanks for the question. What kind of software are you using for client account communication management? It depends on your industry, Nancy. Do you want to tell me what industry you're in? And I could probably give you some advice on that. Let's see. Thank you, Crystal. Hope you're doing great. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. Any more questions today? This is not a paid advertisement, by the way. Hope everyone's doing great here. Already at the middle of summer. It's crazy. It's funny how fast summer is happening here. On a personal note, I've been busy just trying to live in the moment through this COVID times. I don't know about you, but it's been interesting. It's been interesting how the world's adapted. It's been interesting what people talk about. It's been interesting how people different views on what's happening right now. There's people that are living like it's not even here, and there's people that are terrified. There's people that are semi, in between, and so on. So I'm just trying to, live in this present moment, spending a lot of time with family, been at our ceremonies and so on. For those who don't know about that, that's a different world, but I don't really talk about that too much on here. So just trying to live in the moment. Michelle has a question. Uh, any suggestions on who to contact to consult on starting a business in Saskatchewan? What type of business are you looking at? What type of industry? What kind of problem are you looking to solve? Um, in Saskatchewan, if you're looking for help, like let's pretend like you need help setting up the what type of business, how to set up your tax numbers, all that type of stuff. I would recommend going to talk with people from Square One in Saskatoon. I think they have one in Regina too. It's a free service for any entrepreneur out there who's looking to start a business, looking for direction, getting access to low cost accountants. I think lawyers as well. They've helped me a lot in the past, and I recommend people all the time. So I would go to Square One. If you're looking for financial support, there's many other places that I can recommend. BDC is focused on entrepreneurs. There's Futurepreneur, who gives loans as well as helps you get with a mentor to help you along the way. There's Community Futures as well in Saskatchewan. There's quite a few. So I would recommend all those people to help you along the way there, Michelle. Hopefully that helps. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So I guess to wrap up today's live stream, everything is a brand. You are a brand. The things you talk about is a reflection of your brand. How people talk about you is a reflection of your brand. How the public perceives something is a brand. That's a reflection of how that brand is. So if you want to change your opportunities, where you're headed in your life, look at creating a brand for yourself. Take it seriously, because that brand will follow you from where you are to where in the last day your time here on earth is. That's going to be your brand. The way people talk to you, the way they talk about you or talk about how much you've helped them, that's your brand. And to me, that's I take that very seriously, because I know the power of building a brand. It took me to where I am today, to being a speaker, to starting businesses and so on. If I was a very negative person, you'd probably never hear of me or even be watching this. That's how much I take my brand seriously. It's continual growth, continually trying to get better, continually putting positive things out there, continually putting all the good stuff out there so that you can get good stuff back to you. It's a reflection of all that. So the way people perceive you determines where you're going to go in your life, your career, your business. And I hope that today this live stream has helped you. And I hope that everyone has an amazing day today, and keep